A judge in Birmingham. Tesco admitted it made mistakes in advertising its strawberries at half price when they'd only been on the shelves at full price for a week. Consumer Affairs journalist Felicity Hannah joining us from Warrington this afternoon. Hello to you, Felicity. So just underline for us, Felicity, if you would, what the rules are as far as half-price offers are concerned.
Well, last year, so actually after the strawberry incident in question, Tesco and 8 of the major supermarkets signed up to a set of principles with the Office of Fair Trading that should make prices more more transparent, and in theory would make it easy for consumers to compare prices. So they're not allowed to, for example, mark something as a discount price for longer than it was at the original price. They're also not allowed to say something is bigger value, bigger size, so better value, if they can't substantiate that, so if they can't show that it was actually a better price.
This is the only time, presumably, that supermarkets have ever misled us over pricing.
No, I mean, it would be nice to think that since they signed up to these new rules, we're going to be absolutely fine and it'll be open, transparent from here on in, but it's simply not the case. Supermarkets know that we're desperate for bargains and we're also quite time poor, and so they play on that. And they like to mark things up as great value or good value, and we'll rush in after work, we'll snatch something up for supper. We won't really have time to stop and evaluate whether that is the best price and whether that compares, favourably to the price it was yesterday. We just rely on them for the information that we get. So I think it's important to put pressure on supermarkets to be as transparent as possible to ensure that time-poor consumers get a fair deal.
To what extent is the public, though, in some way responsible, given that we put so much pressure on supermarkets because we're desperate for a bargain?
I think we are desperate for a bargain. I don't think that we can be held responsible for tactics that just seem a bit deliberately sneaky. So if I go in to buy apples, I might see some already bagged and some are loose. Now I know, because I'm a consumer journalist, that the loose apples are almost always cheaper than the ready bagged, but the average consumer goes in and they can see that one is marked per item and one is marked per weight. Now it's a very, very difficult, quick bit of maths to do in your head when you've got the kids hanging off the trolley and you're trying to get home to make supper. So I don't think it's very fair to put the burden on consumers. I think it's beyond our ability to manage.
And so, from what you're saying, the supermarkets, all of them, should be more transparent about pricing.
I think that consumers should put pressure on supermarkets to be more transparent about their prices, and also to put an end to, again, ways they pressure us into selling. So putting things at the end of aisles that it's very easy to just sort of pick up and pop in a trolley. I suppose it's important to remember that supermarkets, they're not the enemy, but they're not on our side. They're businesses. They're on the side of their shareholders, and those are the only people they're really answerable to. So it's important to have them sign up to principles and keep them to those principles so that we know that we, the consumer, are being protected.
Felicity Hannah, thank you very much indeed for joining us on Sky News this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.